Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. Let me continue our point of sale system step by step tutorial. Now we have to implement the header section over here, right? So here the point of sale system heading is a category, brand, and products and sales, right? So if you have any good experience of the CSS style expert, you will be able to design this part, right? So here we have to spend more time to design. That is so boring, so that I have to design like this. So now here, if you click on this, we have to load the category, right? So what you're going to do is, yeah, I'm going to go to my blog, which is a tutors funny. So if you want to, we have to go Laravel 9. So here we have a inside this category, we have a Laravel 10 CRUD application is there, right? This is very important stuff. How to work with the CRUD application, you have to gain more knowledge if you go through this block, right? So first, I'm going to create the category part, right? This category part, first what you're going to do is, okay, so here, this is the main env file we have configured via database, right? So first, I'm going to migrate the table section, right? What are the tables? First, I'm going to migrate, which is a category. After that, brand. After that, product. After the sales. Okay, so it's likewise. So first we have to migrate that which table. I'm going to create which table, which is a so I forgot to open up my SAM. So open up. Sorry, you open up. We haven't started, right? Right. So what you're going to do is here we have started the exams server, right? So what you're going to do is here, first you have to create the tables. What are the tables? You have to create category tables. So you have to write what's the plural letter. You have to write here category. So what you're going to do is we have to go to my terminal. This is a terminal. My project is already running. So I'm going to get, you don't stop it. You have to get another terminal. Here we have to type by here simply. So I first have to explain how to type PHP artisan make migration create employees. Instead of employees, what you're going to do is categories. You write like this. It's a table, right? This are we have migrated tables. So here PHP artisan make migration create categories. If it is brands, you have to write as a plural letter, not a singular. It's a plural, right? Then when you create the tables, you have to you should have enough knowledge. This is a plural categories, brands, sales, likewise, employees. Right. Press enter key on your keyboard. Now here migration has been created successfully. You will be able to find the migration inside the database folder. Migration, there should be the separate file which is the migration. You can see the migration file. It has been created successfully. Inside here, what you're going to do is I'm going to create a you have to create a table structure. So what you're going to is how to create a table structure here likewise. Okay, so what are the columns? So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to explain. Don't worry. I'm going to paste it on here. So you write it here. First table string, which is a category name. So you write cat name. Okay, you write cat name. You write cat name. And likewise, you can write like this. You can write like this way or this. That's not a problem. Cat name, right? Category name. So if you like, you can write category name. I just simply write short form of cat name. After the second is a active or deactive category. So we have to implement the boolean type, right? You have to implement the boolean type. So boolean type you have to implement it like this way. Boolean always you have a default value. So you have to write table boolean. This is active. Active or deactive is status. So that's status. Default it will be you have to see the false. Right, so for default false you can write it active or default. Active default you can set it as 1 or false, right? So you have to type it here and select as 1 of 0, right? Okay, so you have a category status, which there are two columns are there, but is a the id should be auto increment. We don't need to specify the id. The rest of the field is must. We have category, another is status. This category, which is a string data type. Status is a boolean data type. This how we have defined the boolean in Laravel, right? So let's file, save all this program, right? So now what you're going to, first you must, after done the stuff, you must save all, then only it should be applied. You have to run the command php artisan migrate. Press enter key. Now you will be able to see your table has been migrated here. The table has been migrated successfully. Perfect. The second step here completed. Perfect. Right? Perfect. Right. Now we have already created the category table. It has been migrated successfully. Right. So that if you go through the documentation, we have simply complete this project. That's why I have bring this documentation. Right. After that, create a controller. Right. Controller. So we have to create a student controller. This controller which will be manageable, all the things, view and routes, all the things you have to manage this one. Right. So here the control. So how to create the controller, you have to type by this command. Okay. Here the when you make the uh, which one we have to create it, the we have created the database migration, the plural. Here we have created the singular, right? So I write singular, you have type over here, you have type by the command, write it over here, write here php artisan make colon controller. Here you have to write which controller, category controller, category controller. You have to write here resource, right? So what you're going to do is here PHP artisan make controller category controller resource, which is mean, what is the meaning is a resource mean? It is nothing but we have a, when you create the CRED application of category, you have to, instead of the blank controller, you have to write it as a resource controller. It will be implement all the CRED application implemented methods. So if you have pressed enter key on your keyboard, here you will be able to see all the CRED application method has been implemented. So here, after done the stuff, it will be reside on the apps. Inside the app folder, there's a HTTP folder. Inside the HTTP folder, we have a controller. This is a controller, this student category controller. If you go to the control here, index, create, store, show, edit, this all the methods should be implemented through this one, the resources controller, right? So it's just resources control, right? So we have a idea about the resources control. Now we have an idea, right? After done the stuff, what you're going to do is, right? We have done the category, the what is the things we have created the controller, right? Controller we have implement these methods. We have later on we have to do it, right? After that we have write it here. Another one is a create a model, right? We have a model. Model is the part where we have communicate with the database. Right, so here we have to write it here. How to create a model? We have to type by this command. You have to type this command. Which command? The category. So the same thing. Right, so you have to type simply here. You can see this command. Go through this doc. It's very simple. PHP artisan make colon model, which is a category model, which is a category. Press enter key. Your category model has been created. Your category model has been created. Right. Perfect. Right. Your model has been created. Perfect. Right. You have to this how we have implement the schema of the table. So you have a table name, primary key. This is the fillable columns. So right, I just copy this. I'm going to go to my category. So here whereas my model has been created, there is a separate folder model. Here category here is created. It use a default, it is coming like this. So I have to implement this. Like here this one, what is the table name? We have to create it is categories. If you have any problems, you have to go to my click on this. Copy it. Paste it over here. Now you can see here. Now I have to paste it over here. You can see now. Uh, I go to the right now. You can go to the post system. Because I have created the post system. Shop post. I name it as shop post. Here shop post. Here there is a table which is here categories. You can see this category section. You can see the category section here. So these are the names, right? So what you're going to do is a category. So here this is a categories name. Here you have to write this a name, categories. There's a ID. What are the fillable column? Here cat name, status. If you have any problem, you have to click structure. You have to copy them. Cat name, copy and paste it. Another column, what is the name, which is status. This one is defaultly created. We no need to do it. Only the what is the fillable columns you have to assign. That's the only thing we need, right? The status. We have a two columns, right? This is the primary key of the table. These are the two columns, the fillable columns, right? This file save, right? These are things we have to do it, right? This is how we have completed the model structure, right? We have completed the create the controller after the models of views, right? This is a very must for the views part. Okay. After that, what I'm going to do is we have to make the two. Here we have created the layout blade. Now I'm going to create the inside the view. I'm going to create the new folder libraries. So you have to write libraries, right? So I create a new folder. Inside this folder we have to create the two different files. One is a scripts dot blade dot php. Another one is a style dot blade dot php. We have created two different files. So here this is, sorry, rename it dot, right? So here we have what you're going to do is here I'm going to go to these two things. So here the bootstrap design, whatever design we have done it, we have to separate, you have to maintain with a separate file. Okay, so here, right, very simple. So what I did here is, so here we have to create a bootstrap. So you have attach here. Instead of that, what you're going to see here, this style I just copied. You're separate with the separate files. It's very simple here, right? We have to maintain with a separate file, right? So like this way, right? After that, you have to write stack css. Okay, we have to write a custom css and you have to call like this. So we have to write this file also. You have to write stack cs. You have to write this one, stack cs, this line. That's it. That's the thing you have to write it. The same thing you have to do it as a js also well. So the extras also you have to bring them to your, go to your bootstrap file, get it over here, copy this bundle, this js bundle, you paste on it, right? So here also we have to write this same thing, stack css. You have to write stack js. Perfect. This both files should be must, right? Stack css and stack cs, right? So because we have to implement this base design of the ui design, you will get this design, right? So category, page and brand, all the things. Okay, so we have to get the best ui design. So yeah, that's why I have to bring this codes, right? Perfect. After that, what you are going to do is you have done it the libraries and script. Okay, this both we have done it. Okay, the blade terms we have done it. Okay, we have to style we have write. Okay, after that we have write the UI design. So we have a pages. You have to create the pages. So you have to create the pages here. We are the pages you have to create. You have to create the pages, right? So you have to write here over here. You have to create the pages. So here the view sections. First, your view section. You have to create a folder which is a category folder. Inside this folder, we have to create a file which is a index.blade.php. Right. So another one we have to create as a create blade.php. After that, edit.blade.php. Sorry, we have a by mistake for here writing .php. After that, we have to write another page which is create edit index. If you want to show.blade.php, we have created the 4 different pages, right? Perfect. So we have done all the stuff. I hope you guys you understood things so far well. We'll see in the next video tutorial. This is must, right? If you first thing you have to this video is yes very must how to create the categories, all the things, right? Thank you for watching.